Good evening and welcome back to Sports Talk ATL. I am Chase Earl, joined by Alex Lord. Alex, we're getting to the point of the year, man, where it's very dead. We only got 3 football games left in the season. College football season ended earlier this week. Baseball not for another week. But we're going to start with little baseball because there's a big topic going around. The Los Angeles Dodgers, the new evil empire, got a payroll approaching $400 million. Just stole Tanner Scott right out from underneath the Atlanta Braves, who were supposedly interested in the star reliever. Kirby Yates is reportedly close to joining the Dodgers. They've already signed Teoscar Hernandez, Blake Snell, Shohei Ohtani. I mean, the list goes on and on. The payroll that they are about to have this year is absolutely absurd, but I want to get your opinion. I have 2 strong opinions about this particular topic, but do you think this is bad for baseball?
I think baseball is one of those sports where the salary cap and everything like that doesn't really matter all that much, as we've seen time and time again with the Dodgers. Baseball is a fickle sport, and rarely does the best team win. Where like the NBA, you can really buy championships. I mean, that is a proven fact. The Dodgers team that just won the World Series sucks compared to any of the other Dodgers teams that fell short / choked in the playoffs. And while I can understand people's frustrations outside of Dodgerland, I mean, it's really as simple as are you willing to spend the money? And now I understand it from a certain perspective where the Dodgers brand, like their TV deal alone enables them to do this stuff. But like everybody had a chance to sign Shohei Ohtani, which would have brought an enormous economy to any club that got him. And while, the geographical advantage certainly played a part in that, like that's what we were talking about during the Ohtani sweepstakes last year. They're like the Atlanta Braves talking about, they operate like a publicly traded company because they are. It's a dollars and cents production, plain and simple. Shohei Ohtani is worth his weight in gold and more because of all the attraction he brings. So if you want to talk about it from like this is bad for baseball, what I think could be technically bad for baseball is not necessarily maybe the salary cap and the salary floor type of deal. Maybe there needs to be a salary floor. The deferred money, in my opinion, and everybody can do it. Nobody is stopping the Atlanta Braves or Yankees. I think that you can't, more than anything.
There's things about the deferred money's BS that shouldn't even be in the league.
That shouldn't be in the league at all.
It doesn't even make any sense. There's absolutely no reason for deferred money to be in any league. It's BS. You pay the guy right then, right there. I'm very strong about that.
It's crazy how they're convincing these guys to take deferred money.
Also, the fact is that it goes from net present value, you should be luxury tax based on that deferred money. So it should be a $70 million luxury tax, and the Dodgers would never be able to do that. So there's several things with the deferred money that's absolute BS that needs to be wiped from the league. There's absolutely no reason a team should be able to be deferring over $1 billion,
like $1.5 billion.
Yeah, $1 billion. I mean, it's not, and every team can't do that. So for all the people here, here's my point 1. For the guys out there that are absolutely drooling over the Dodgers and saying, oh, they've just created this space where people want to win and people want to go and play and just drooling over the entire organization, that's a bunch of BS. And seriously, shut the hell up. You guys are so stupid. First of all, they're in Los Angeles, right? They are in Los Angeles, California. It is a destination.
It's been the premier destination in any sport.
It is a destination city. Everybody wants to play in Los Angeles. That had nothing to do with the Dodgers. That's just their geographic location. Oh, by the way, that same geographic location that convinced Shohei Ohtani to come there, that convinced Roki Sasaki, that convinced Yoshinobu Yamamoto to go there. So they have these huge advantages that have absolutely nothing to do with their front office. Oh, and by the way, they want to talk about all this stuff they're doing. Name a Dodgers player, seriously, right now on the roster that's homegrown. They don't have one. Name a player that they traded away that's homegrown, that's any good. They don't have any. There's one, Yordan Alvarez. They are not out there drafting and developing all these guys. They're spending money. They are spending, and they're doing a good job spending money. They're not spending on bad players, but you give me $400 million, I'm going to be able to put together a really good team. So acting as if they're out there just doing something just spectacular that no other team could do, given the kind of luxuries that they can afford, which is an unlimited payroll and being in Los Angeles, is stupid. Stop drooling over them. Any team with a good general manager would be able to do that, and probably even better than the Dodgers have done it. Keep in mind, line. Only one real World Series since 1986. But here's the second thing that I'm also very passionate. On the total opposite side, I don't need to hear the glazing about how they've created this thing because that's BS. It's money and location. That's all it is. What I do want to say, though, it's not bad for baseball. It's great for baseball. Baseball was at its peak when the Yankees were dominant. People love dynasties. People love championship. People love the Bulls. People love LeBron James. People even like the Warriors. People like the Celtics
Chiefs.
Back in the day. The Chiefs.
Patriots.
Yeah, it's always good to have a team that everybody hates.
Well, everybody hates them. Nobody loves them.
And by the way, just because they have all these guys doesn't mean it's going to the World Series. You mentioned it. Six teams out of the last 25 years since the turn of the century have won a World Series with the best record in baseball. It means basically nothing. There's been more teams that have had the best record in baseball and gotten flopped in the first round than gone on and won the World Series. So yes, do the Dodgers have the best chance going into the season to win the World Series? But we're talking about margin. We're talking about 4 or 5% in a coin flip if you play the Phillies, if you play the Braves, if you play another team. A couple of injuries go your way. All of a sudden, you're not necessarily the favorite.
Like, talking about the postseason, the National League is a gauntlet. I mean, the NL East alone, and then you're talking about the Padres. If the Dodgers were in the American League, you could really start to convince yourself that, they're as close to they're going to win a championship pretty much no matter what. But they got to go through a gauntlet that is the National League. The American League, sure, a joke. And if they were in the AL, I could absolutely understand some people's worry about, they're going to go win 5 championships in a row. That's not the case. Baseball is not like a lot of sports. Like, there are so many things that have to go right. Oh, yeah, let's also not forget the fact that they have 3 of the most injury-riddled pitchers in their rotation and a guy coming off of Tommy John. Like, so much has to go right for any club to win a World Series. The only thing the Dodgers have done, they've just kind of shrunk that margin a little bit where they don't need as many things to go right as other clubs.
They've given themselves the best chance. If you're betting on a team to have the best record in baseball,
sure,
put your entire net worth on the Los Angeles Dodgers. I would almost guarantee they will go on to have the best record in baseball, but that does not equate to champions. I just said it. 6 out of 25. Like, every single match, every single series in the postseason, specifically that 5-game series, if they get the Padres, a division rival who just took them to the brink, that's a damn near a coin flip. Do they have a 4 or 5% better chance of winning? But guess what? I would negate a lot of that 4 or 5% by the amount of pressure they're going to have to win a championship every single time they step on the field. Every time that they step in a playoff series, if they don't win that series, it is going to be a complete embarrassment, and the entire world is going to be pointing at them and laughing at them.
Even if they do win, people will be like, okay.
Yeah, year after year.
Supposed to.
And listen, there's a team that everybody is going to enjoy hating. Like, we will be hate watching the Los Angeles Dodgers in the playoffs. Like, the playoffs are they haven't been great in the MLB over the last several years. They really haven't. They just haven't. You love your team when they're in them, but now you can hate watch another team. I will watch the Los Angeles Dodgers to watch them lose like I watch the Phillies to watch them lose. Now, I hope they don't play each other because I don't know what to do, but at least it is something. Like, I think having a team that you can hate watch in a sport where there's still so much variance, there's still a good chance they could go 5 years without winning a World Series. It would not shock me. Would I bet on them to do it? Yes, but if you told me they didn't, would not shock me at all. So it's not like they're going out there and all of a sudden they have this all-star team and they're 100% guaranteed to win it all. It's nothing like that. So I think it's good for baseball that people can hate watch a team. I do think things have to be fixed, the deferred money to which you spoke on. But overall, is it bad for baseball? I would argue it's probably good for baseball.
I don't think the whole good, bad for baseball is all about perspective and where you sit and what you're even talking about. I mean, bad for baseball is relative, and good for baseball is relative. And from where I sit, I'm pretty unaffected other than my Atlanta Braves just kind of sitting on their hands. But there hasn't been many guys where the Dodgers got him, and I'm like, damn, we really should have had that. Like, Tanner Scott's pretty much the only one the Braves were, like, linked to that the Dodgers ended up getting. So, I don't – the whole good and bad for baseball argument is all based on who's making the argument. And generally speaking, it's a Braves fan, it's a Yankees fan, it's a Padres fan. It's these teams that – are in the top 5 payroll. It's never the Rays. It's not the Rays fans. The Rays fans know who they are. It's not the White Sox fans. It's just the teams that are in the top 5 payroll, but aren't in that threshold of $500 million like the Dodgers. I think it's all relative. Good and bad is such a crap argument. I think the deferred money is really the sticking point.
All right, we'll continue this baseball talk. Andrew Jones not elected to the Hall of Fame in his 8th year of eligibility. Will he get in? Does he deserve to get in? We're going to talk about it after the break.